What's going on, guys? Craig Allen here with another episode of No Edits. I know we've been going for a while, but that's how shit goes sometimes. But what way to bring it back than to be in Sirius Radio, Shade 45 on Instead of Sway in the Morning with none other than, comedian extraordinaire, radio personality, pro arm wrestler, battle rap if he got more than 6 hours in his time. He'll give you some bars. DB, what's up, man?
Chilling, man. Just chilling. Just got off the air, so I'm winding down right now. You know, my relaxing time.
And some people don't even know, man. How early you on in the morning?
We're on from 8 to 12 Monday through Friday. So if you got Sirius, you can listen in Shade 45, Eminem's channel. Occasionally hear me jumping on the interviews.
Occasionally, I like how you drop that though.
Every once in a while.
Gets the groupies though.
Not really.
Just saying. All right. So DB, man, is that for people who don't know? I mean, including myself. I'm not trying to extract myself from the truth there. Is that initial for something?
Yeah, it's my initials.
So you just did DB and it just went off like that? Because my name is Craig Allen and CA ain't going nowhere no time soon.
I tried to think of a cool DJ name when I was starting out because that was like how I got into the whole from that to comedy into like working on radio and everything. And I tried to come up with a couple names that just didn't really work. That they were like kind of shitty. So I asked a couple people for some advice as far as because all the cool DJ names have been taken.
Right.
I didn't want to.
But what were some of the ones you thought was cool and you were like, I can't go with that, man. I gotta get something original.
I guess I walked into that one.
You did.
I actually thought about going by Pete Rose. I don't know why.
What?
I just thought it sounded cool.
You've been banned from radio forever.
Yeah, probably.
Until now.
Exactly, yeah. So that was one of them, and my friends were like, yo, that's a terrible name. So that was one of them, and then I was just kind of still lost about where I wanted to go with it. And a friend of mine was like, well, why don't you use DB because the symbol for decibel, the sound measurement, they were like, you could use the sign for decibel as your logo also. Like, all right, cool, makes sense. So
that's deep, man.
DB from there, so it just kind of just worked out.
You probably got like 3 nerd chicks off that one answer just there.
I hope so.
So, I mean, your show, I feel, has so many personalities on it. You got Sway, you got the Heather B. Shout out to Wonder, he's right here. You don't know if you can see it, but Wonder's right here. I still count Wonder as a personality, whatever. But you got Tracy G, and you got you. Yeah. And it seems like each time it seems like all of you are kind of like elevating to that level where you become your own individual. How do you think that happened? I mean, because now you're DB, as the radio personality on Sway in the Morning.
Well, I mean, Sway, you know what I mean? Like, everybody knows how great he is in journalism and just depth of knowledge of hip-hop and, just pop culture and everything in general. So he's already, at the forefront of all that. And Heather also, being a MC and one of the best female MCs, in hip-hop and then,
Facts.
From Real World and then, just... Now she just did Oprah recently with Where Are They Now and everything. So she never really went away. It was just she just always just stayed busy and stayed working, and everybody respects her. People that whether you know her from working with KRS-One or whether you know her from Real World or whatever. If she served you a drink at the bar at some point, you know what I mean. So everybody comes by here and they're like, yo, you had to be, and so she has her lane. And then Tracy G, she actually came on board I'd say maybe 3-4 weeks to a month after I first started working here. And at that time, she was hired as an on-air personality. Me, I was just kind of trying to find my niche as far as what I was going to be doing.
And I want to talk about that because people think it's just such a thing where you get the lights, you get the cameras, but what was your road to even get into radio, man? Because I know some people
I actually owe that all to DJ Wonder right here because at the time I've been here, it'll be 3 years in October, and so prior to me actually coming up here, I was literally not doing shit.
Were you from Delaware? You're not from Delaware.
No. Me and him, we had been friends, for a while, even before I started working here. So we met through a mutual friend of ours who used to manage both of us, and just from hanging out and drinking, and that's how the whole animal status thing came about. But
drinking always works.
Alcohol brings people together. So, I was just DJing full time and really just was not doing anything except waking up, ordering food, watching Pornhub, And like
Bang Bros is actually pretty good too.
Yeah.
And lately I've been on the
but they have
5-minute porn
chicks
videos.
that's like so out of my reach. I'd rather go for like, you know, amateur like girls that I can kind of like strive for, rather than like these big booty luscious Latina chicks that you see like walking on South Beach that I'm never ever gonna.
Can I tell you something though? It's not a good porn video to me if someone's not cheating on somebody. I mean, I get it if you want to fuck, but if it's like, oh, this is my friend's wife, hey, you want to fuck?
I just don't want like too long of a scenario.
I get it.
I don't want to have to like fast forward fucking 5 minutes and like just get to the fucking.
Make it work.
Just, yeah, I'm not interested in like how you got there.
You just want to see it done.
Yeah, just be naked when I turn the video on.
This was good talk. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's all good. So animal status, man.
Yeah.
I mean, let's talk on that. I didn't really get to get on it last time I was here, fortunately. But since you're here, let's talk to you about it.
Yeah.
Animal status. You got you, Wonder. Any other crew members in the crew?
Yeah, we got. I mean, me and him are pretty much like the core members of Animal Status. But I mean, like we have our friends who just like roll with us, like DJ Parlay. We got a friend of ours, this guy Garnett, who he's a personal trainer / like security guy. Like, you know, in case you get like too drunk and just like do dumb shit.
He's
the one
real.
that kind of either reels us back in or keeps people from like making us do dumb shit. So you know, he's kind of like the enforcer / like what do you call it, like the. What's the person that goes on prom, like the
chauffeur?
The chaperone, yeah.
Chaperone.
Yeah, he doesn't drive us. No.
Thanks, Wonder.
You make sure we just don't make out with ugly chicks and stuff like that.
But how many times do you make it? Because sometimes
well,
it's hit or
when he's
miss.
not there, then you know.
Sometimes it's hit. Sometimes you may have to make out with a chick who had.
Yeah.
But how did it come about though? Like how'd you guys just decide to come out with your own
We
thing?
Originally it was me, him, and another guy named Schuler, and this was like back when everybody was starting these big DJ crews, you know what I mean? You had like all these crews popping up all over the city and like on, you know, West Coast or whatever, and everybody was trying to establish themselves as like this next big DJ unit or whatever, or like a management company or something. So me, him, and Schuler, we kind of just were like, well, why don't we just, you know, do something and try to like kind of have our own little crew in the city and bounce around, take over a couple places. And we tried it, and I think like me and him were cool. Like me and Wonder were friends, and then me and Schuler were friends, but I don't think him and Schuler were friends the way like I was friends with them. So it was just, it didn't really like, we didn't bond like totally the way I had envisioned it. So I think me and Wonder were going one direction, and Schuler was just kind of like, I don't know like what you guys are trying to do. So we ended up just being me and him, and we were at the this is when like Major Lazer was coming out, and like the electronic stuff was really starting to like get big in the clubs, and we started to kind of like see like, yo, you know, that's kind of dope. That's kind of how we want to the kind of music we want to produce and get into that genre. So we started going in that direction, and coupling that with like our drinking habits and partying habits.
What's your drink of choice, man? I feel like we keep going on. Before you hit that drinking habit for a third time, let me just ask you, what is your drink of choice when DB goes out?
It used
what
to
it look
be,
like?
It used to be vodka. It used to be hardcore. Me and him drank vodka and Red Bulls. Our stomach lining is so fucked up right now.
So
like,
you guys are not going on Maxim magazine anytime soon?
No, that's why I'm like, I'm sucking my stomach in this entire time. Like, and I'm about to like kind of switch my position.
Right?
I don't want a shadow to like come over and anything. I used to drink vodka a lot, but then like as I got older, my hangover started getting really, really worse, and the recovery time for me to actually function the next day was just, you know, it was too much to handle.
Right.
So we went to LA, I think it was this past year.
Right.
And for whatever reason, I started drinking Jameson, which I never really like, you know, I drink it, I was like, yeah, that's okay. But I started drinking Jameson while we were in LA, and then every day afterward, I was like, I don't feel as bad.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, let me just keep trying drinking Jameson, and then kind of started getting away from vodka. I came back and I talked to Heather. I'm like, yo, you know, I've been drinking Jameson recently, and I don't feel as shitty the next morning. And she's like, well, that's because you can't, like, if you ask a bartender to give you Jameson, you get like quality liquor.
Yeah.
If you say vodka, they're gonna give you like that bottom of the shelf shit
all day.
and it's like, well, it's vodka, but you know, it's like, you know,
they give you what they, exactly.
And so that's why you're gonna feel like shit the next day, because you had cheap vodka, and you can't really like get cheap Jameson. You just get Jameson
because you know if it's not Jameson or not.
Exactly. So then I was like, okay, that makes sense. So ever since then, I've pretty much been drinking Jameson, and every once in a while, like I go back to vodka, but then it's like I remember why I don't drink it anymore, because you know, I'll be farting and shitting all day the following morning and everything. But that's probably TMI, but it's okay.
It's okay, but following morning. But speaking of morning, you were on stage the other day, but doing comedy at the Caroline's Comedy Club on Broadway.
Little set,
you know,
surprise some people.
You know, so I mean, what was that like, man? I mean, you said you were forced to do it, but it seemed like you got jokes for days.
Like
I mean, we all seen the murder move battle. I mean, he got us group. You got dicks. Yeah. That's how you feel. At the time, that's how you feel.
Doing stuff on the show is a little different because Sway will be. I'm kind of like the guinea pig here, so it's like. Anytime we come up with like a funny idea, like yo, somebody should do this.
Right.
DB, you should do it, and it's like
you do it.
You know what I mean? Like who else is gonna do it? You know. So
but how was it, man? On stage in front of your peers, like just doing your thing.
I didn't get nervous until because I was also helping out and working, like normal. And I saw Wonder give me the motion. He was like, yo, you're up next, and I'm like, oh shit. And so I don't think I was really nervous about the material. It was just about like just getting up there and getting into the rhythm of
Did you see the film of this? Because Wonder was ducking under the DJ tables every time you said a joke. Clearly your shit was hilarious.
I kind of expected that, but he was just being that me and him are such good friends. I think he was just like, please God, don't embarrass me. You know what I mean? Because if I had bombed and then he would just have to be like seen with me everywhere, like that guy sucks.
Yeah, that guy's terrible. And never in the crew.
He'd probably never bring me out again and like delete my number. But no, it was cool because. It was just like once you get that first laugh, from then on it was like, okay, this might actually be funny. And then
it was an interesting array of comedians, and I swear I'm not putting this no kind of way, cause Butterman, that's like my mentor, he's my homie, we've been homies for years, and it's my friend. But in terms of him doing his set and like, recognizing that he is a gay man. I mean, he's been on the show before, so you already know. Yeah. What do you think that does for comedy in the sense of like where the material goes and how people address what they need to really address about themselves? Because there's entertainers out there too that we know.
It's a different time right now because it's like you can't say a lot of stuff that you could like back in the 80s. Like if you say something, take for instance Eddie Murphy, Delirious. His first joke, the first thing he says is, I gotta watch where I walk because I don't want the faggots to look at my butt. That's the very first thing he opens the show with, and he does like about a 5-minute routine, and everything is faggot. I had a dream that Mr. T was a faggot, and he just keeps saying it, and people are dying laughing.
Right.
You can't really do that right now. I mean, like, you might be able to do it in certain little smaller spots, but it's like if somebody like Chris Rock or like a huge known comedian with a big following was to come out and start doing faggot jokes, they would get roasted in the media, you know what I mean? And it's like, so you really have to be conscious nowadays about like where you want to go, like how far you want to push the envelope with your comedy, you know what I'm saying? It's not saying you can't say it, but just know that people are, a lot more sensitive now. So if a gay guy does that kind of shit, then, whatever. You know what I mean?
And he goes with it, man. He stretches.
You suck dick, taking an ass.
Oh my God, he goes with it. He goes with it so far.
If a Jewish guy was to tell Jew jokes or whatever, the Holocaust or whatever, hey, go right ahead. So it's like every person has, like, they're allowed to go so far with, whatever their...
I do blame Butterman for one thing. I didn't get a chance to tell him this yet. Michael Sam is actually playing the Canadian League now. And all those jokes he had about Michael Sam, I was like, fuck, Butterman, you fucking...
I did one show, so I really can't be like judging nobody or criticizing anybody. Like, oh, this motherfucker, you should have told the joke.
You can judge him, it's okay.
No. Like when I got up there, it was like I kind of freestyled a little stuff because I was like nervous and just like, oh shit, I should have said this instead. Or you can't get too caught up in like how you wrote the joke and then how you deliver the joke once you're on stage.
So do you think you'll go further with it, man? Do you think you can radio that? And then you got a joint with I heard Donnell Rawlings. We just saw him in the hallway. I know that's Heather B says it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
What's the opportunity looking like?
He was up here and we did a segment with him today called Make Me Laugh. And
oh my God.
Basically people had to call up and just try to make him laugh and they could win tickets to a show or whatever. And so but Heather was telling him she's like, yo, DB just went up and did a set last Friday. And he just asked me honestly, he's like, is this something you really want to pursue and you want to keep going with it? And I was just like, yeah, I'm definitely, now that I got that one out the way. And he's like, oh, cool, then I'll let you open for me at next time at Caroline's. And I was like, oh, shit, so.
Can I tell you something about Heather B? I just remember I was randomly in a taxi or some shit, going down the street, and I saw Heather B talking to, like, the hotel guy that's, like, parking car. I was like, yo, how real can Heather B be? Like, how is that working with her, man? Because she's like, she just puts you on like family
I love
all
Heather,
the time.
man.
Like
Heather is like, I wish she was my family member, because that's how like close we become over the years of just like working together. And because a lot of times, because we both live in Jersey,
right,
and we both walk to Port Authority on the way home, and we just have talks and catch up. And you know, if something's on my mind, she'll give me some advice or whatever. So she's so cool, man. Like she'll listen to anybody if they got an issue or if they got a problem. You know, no matter what it is, she'll give you advice. She'll talk to people on the street. There's this one time, I wasn't there for this, but there was she said she was walking through Times Square right here, and there was a girl who was crying, and she didn't know the girl, she didn't know what she was crying about, but the girl was just, you know, sitting outside just crying to herself, and Heather just had some napkins on and was just like, hey girl, you know, I don't know what it is, but just, you know, cheer up, it'll get better or whatever. And the girl was just like felt so warmed by that, you know, that gesture. And that's just like Heather, you know what I mean, in a nutshell. She just wants to make everybody, you know, feel good about themselves. And you know, she's not a mean-spirited person by any means. You know, she's just one of those people that you just love being around, you know, because she's so positive. And you know, so she tries to uplift everybody, make everybody have a good time and stuff. So it's great having her here, man. Like she's like the energy of the room, you know what I mean? When she's here, and she makes everybody feel good, you know. And, because we have our days, man. You know, it's just
you wake up in the morning, somebody gonna have a day. Exactly, there ain't gonna be no Jameson
in the morning, because I mean, we work together 5 days a week, 4 hours, you know, and
it's like brother and sister type.
Exactly, and you know,
facts.
Everything will be cool, and it'll be just like in one morning, and you know, I'll fuck up something and one to be like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, you my friend, man. Like, what are you yelling at?
I'm actually scared of Wonder.
Yeah.
Interviewing him, really? It was like seeing that cousin you ain't seen in a while. Like, Wonder get at you, bro. Yeah. I can see how that goes.
I know. That's why I'm being careful about what I'm saying, because I
you
feel like looking up every once in a while, like, watch it, motherfucker. You know, so.
All right, man. So listen, I want to get in some fun shit. I know you're a pro arm wrestler. And I'm be honest with you, I got little arms, so like, don't worry about faking this shit. I'm like, hey, look.
All I got is tattoos. Like, there ain't no
what was his name? Kellen, whatever was there?
Kellen
Hercules.
Kellen Lutz.
He got you though.
He got me 3 times.
He was on hold.
Like, that's unfair. Like, I know he beat me 3. The last time I used 2 hands and my body weight, and he still beat me.
Well, guess what? I'm in position right now, and I'm trying to get this arm wrestle gig off. You know what I'm saying? Because if this shit don't work out, I'm going to arm wrestling.
I hope that battery dies.
You know what I mean?
This shit.
I was wondering, how strong is this dude? I saw you arm wrestle Hercules. I said,
man, he was in the Expendables, though.
I ain't got Expendables. My bad, boy.
Expandables.
Expendables.
It's like underwear that,
well,
like,
you know,
sweatpants.
You expanded you a little bit. Are you ready? This is real. This is real deal here, y'all. I'm really going hard on this.
Hold on, wait, one second. We sitting in chairs, so this is.
Oh, we got to stand up. All right. You know, sometimes you gotta flex.
Sitting in some rolling chairs. Trying to arm wrestle.
All right. Rolling chairs. All right, you ready? 1.
Oh, dolls.
Whatever, nigga.
Press.
Damn, nigga, you strong.
I gotta win one.
Damn, nigga, come on. Jesus, fuck it. He wins.
1-1.
I
finally won.
I couldn't even get that arm wrestle in.
The record is 1-3 now.
Hey, man. I ain't gonna lie, my elbow cap hurt, man.
Yeah.
You drink some Robitussin.
That's right.
Hey, yo, man, it's been real cool, man, sitting with you, bro.
Thank you.
It's always great to be back here. I feel like it's family at this point.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. So, man, where can they catch you at, man?
I mean, I'm on Twitter, The Real DB, Animal Status on Instagram. Animalstatus.tv, me and Wonder, we post all the dumb stuff that happens here and in our personal lives day to day.
Wonder got me too, because I thought he was on an album with George Costanza.
Yeah. No, there is no George Costanza DJ Wonder album or mixtape coming out. That was, the picture is real, everybody. It's an actual picture, but it was just for laughs. So, yeah, that's the social media stuff. Shade 45, Monday through Friday, 8 to 12 noon. Animal Status on Wednesdays, midnight to 2 a.m. You can hear Wonder playing some juicy, ghouly, horrific, I don't know, any other words you want to add in?
All good. Yeah. For now.
Yeah.
Any upcoming comedy you got going
on? No date yet on the Donna Rawlings thing, and then.
But that's still something to work out.
Yeah.
Right.
I gotta find out about that, but I'll definitely let you know when that happens. I think I'm just gonna start doing more, open mics and just amateur stuff. Just
Facts.
Hone and perfect my material, see what works, what doesn't.
Right.
I had a joke that I was gonna do that Wonder and some other friends advised me strongly against. So
Don't do it.
yeah, so
don't want that
you know, I gotta make sure I don't embarrass myself or Donnell. You know, I don't want to just like blackball myself from the comedy world. You know, after like
That's
2
fair.
shows.
That's fair.
So yeah, I mean that's basically it. And just working here and you know just keep them busy.
DB, thanks, bro.
Thank you, man. Appreciate
Gotta keep it real with you, bruh. Man, that was awesome.
Yeah.
So, yo, man, Craig Allen here got DB, comedian extraordinaire. As you can see, arm wrestle was in his future if this shit don't work out. And thank you guys for staying locked in. And make sure you lock in always to 6 Radio and then Shade 45, Sway in the Morning. This is Craig Allen, No Edits TV. Peace, y'all.